What made you decide to come down here to see Congressman Murphy today?
Well, I really believe in having health care the public option, and I've actually gone to some more of his meetings to show that I'm pro-public option. And
you've been to other meetings
Yes.
in the area?
Yes, the town, yeah.
Okay, right. We don't want the sign to block your face. That's all.
Okay.
It can be there. Are you in favor of H.R. 3200, the bill that's being debated in the House right now?
That's not too good, but it's better than nothing. I'm hoping that President Obama will come out with a better health care plan. But if that's all we can get, that's all we can get.
Well, H.R. 3200 is over 1,000 pages. How much of it would you say you have read?
A couple of pages. It's usually the ones that are highlighted, that are pro or con, that's all.
There could be quite a bit in there that you wouldn't like about it if you actually read it?
Could be. Last time I read something that long was Gone with the Wind when I was 14.
Okay. Don't you feel uncomfortable about supporting something you haven't even read? Or?
No, because I've had the discussions about it. I follow daily costs. I feel that I know enough about it. And it's going to change again. That's it. I think the final bill I'll definitely want to read.
Okay. All right. Thanks for talking to us. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
What made you decide to come down here to see Congressman?
Oh well, I'm very interested in this subject and other subjects. Looks like this is all about health care today. I had some other concerns like, the banking industry and stuff, but I don't think we're going to get to that soon. So I just came out to give my support to healthcare reform. The system's broken. It needs fixing. The most that's been proposed to fix it is a government alternative to private insurance, not taking over the whole healthcare industry, nothing close to that. And there's a lot of people who are going out, saying that that's what's going on. So I just wanted to counter that and make sure that there was people here. For the other side, it looks like we got a pretty good turnout too.
Are you a constituent of Congressman Murphy?
Absolutely.
You live here in Clifton Park?
Absolutely a constituent of Congressman Murphy. Live right here in Clifton Park, and I did support him in the election, the special election. And
H.R. 3200 is the bill currently being debated in the House. Would you say you're in favor or opposed to this bill?
Well, in general, I think I'm in favor of it, but I got to tell you, I have some concerns about whether or not they've made it strong enough to control the costs, okay? Because if you're going to mandate insurance for everyone, you can't do that and then turn around and let the insurance companies run up the costs as much as they want. You got to make sure that you're going to keep the costs under control. Now, the public option is one way to do that, but in order to do that, you got to make it very strong. You got to make it big. You got to, get a lot of people into it. They've watered it down so much, I don't even know if the way it is now it's going to be effective. So I just like to see price controls.
Okay. Hi, what made you decide to come down here to see Congressman Murphy today?
Well, I haven't been able to get to too many of the town halls, so I thought this was a nice opportunity for me to get out and bring my sign and tell people that I don't need government taking over my life. I just don't agree with what they're proposing.
I see your sign says, just say no to Obamacare, and it seems most of the people here are supporting him. Those are the signs that I see seem to be supporting him.
I see a lot of pre-made signs. I see a lot of what I would call astroturfing. They call the opponents that there's a bunch of astroturf going on the other side, but just look at the signs. You can tell a homemade sign from a pre-printed sign. I don't know how many union members are here.
I did see an SEIU shirt.
Yeah, and you see these at all. You see these at all the town hall rallies.
Are you a constituent of Congressman Murphy? You live here in Clifton Park?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And I want to thank Congressman Murphy for coming out, because there's a lot of the different congressmen have refused to come out and meet with their constituents. So I do credit Congressman Murphy for coming out and at least making himself visible, as opposed to some other congressman.
H.R. 3200, I guess, is the bill being debated in the House right now.
Correct.
Have you read any of this bill, and what do you think of it?
I've read parts of it, and the parts of it that I've read highlights of it. There's a couple emails going around that have actually gone through the bill and highlighted some of the more scarier parts of the bill. In fact, the one section that mentions covering all citizens, even non-U.S. citizens. That troubles me. I think we have an immigration problem as it is, and I think that's just going to exacerbate immigration problem.
Well, one of the questions that I had was, I was wondering if Congressman Murphy had actually read the bill, and someone asked him that question, and he said he had. So that kind of impresses me, because it is a very long bill.
Well, I'd be impressed too.
Okay.
I mean, I know a lot of these congressmen. They have subordinates read the bill, then report back to him on what's in the bill. So whether or not he read the entire bill, only he knows that, I guess.
Okay, thanks for talking.
Thank you.
Well, you mentioned that you're a small business owner.
Yes,
and
I am.
You had some specific concerns as a small business owner.
For example, as a small business owner, I know that they're going to be, if they were to pass the current bill, that I have a copy of the summary of, I am going to be required to pay for the health insurance of all my employees, including my part-time employees and the families. And that isn't the job of government. Being a nanny state type thing is not a job for the government. Each individual in America is an individual. And America is based upon individuals. America is based upon people who take care of themselves, take care of their families, take care of the things that are right. And they pay for those things that they want, not for things that are imposed upon them.
Now, most of these town hall meetings that I've seen on TV seem to have a lot of people who are opposed to the bill. And we're here today in Clifton Park at Congressman Murphy's town hall meeting. And it seems quite a few of the people here are actually supporting the health care bill. Does that kind of surprise you that so many people here are supporting it?
It does not surprise me in the slightest. I see that the signs have MoveOn.org on them. They're a manufactured sign printed up by our favorite entrepreneur, probably. But in any event, we see a lot of handmade signs, which are people who are not oriented with any particular movement or group. They're just concerned citizens. And the big thing that is happening here is these people from the MoveOn.org group have been programmed to come here, in my estimation. I was not. And these people from the MoveOn.org are here primarily because they were informed that it was here. I was not.
How did you find out about it?
Well, I'm in a particular meetup group which does list all the various happenings in a fairly wide area, and that was one of the items that was on there.
Well, I can tell you the management here at the Price Chopper didn't know that this was taking place. They were very surprised to find a crowd of people out here when they talked to them earlier.
Well,
H.R. 3200, the health care bill, seems to be the hot topic. Would you say you're in favor of or opposed to that bill?
Well, nobody's in favor of the bill anymore. It's gone. I mean, people need to question why Barack Obama has abandoned the public option. See, people don't realize that Barack Obama's campaign was funded in large part by the same Wall Street elites that fund the right wing. So the solution, the answer, who are they working for, is going to be the same financial elites that have been in charge for the same past 8 years. That's why there's no substantial difference between the two parties. And as soon as the people can wake up to that, we can find real solutions.
Would you approve of like a single-payer health insurance option or something like that? Is that what you're?
Well, it doesn't matter because they're not going to put it through. You know, Murphy just discussed how Obama secured $800 million in pharmaceutical sales for the pharmaceutical companies. The savings has nothing to do with it. It's guaranteed profits on the backs of the American people. So what they're going to do is the public option will fall and the private option will come up, and people will be mandated to either through tax money or their own money to buy from private insurance companies.
Now, outside of healthcare, what is the most important issue? If you could get Congressman Murphy's ear right now, what's the most important thing you want to ask him outside of healthcare?
Well, the most important thing would be the restoration of the constitutional republic as it was founded. I think we're way off track. I mean, there's no provision in the Constitution. They point out the General Welfare Clause, but even Madison, as early as 1792, when they had a bill introduced to subsidize cod fishermen, Madison himself, an author of the Constitution, said that if the government were to go down the path of using the General Welfare Clause outside those 20 or so powers enumerated in the Constitution, that soon we would be paying for teachers in every school district, and by extension, 200 years later, we'd be paying for everybody's health care.
It's like you had a crystal ball.
Yeah, sure it is. Sure.